to have everything figured out, like, was giving me heart palpitations. I'm not gonna lie. It was giving me heart palpitations to the point where I had to get a Holter monitor put on my heart to monitor my heart palpitations. I'd be sitting down and it felt like I was running a mile. I'd be sleeping. I'd wake up thinking. I'd wake up feeling like I was running 1,000 miles. And I had to tell myself, babe, you don't have everything figured out and you're not going to have everything figured out. And actually, you could fall down and have a heart attack because really and truly, why are you thinking so much? Even Jesus said, focus on today's worry. Tomorrow has its worry of its own. I was just trying to figure out life. And I don't know if it's like a firstborn thing, but I just had to give that to God. I think the position that I've been put in, I've always tried to figure things out. I've always had people that look up to me, and it can be very exhausting. It can be very exhausting and very daunting having to figure every single inch of your life out because there's a fear that there's younger people watching you. There's a fear that they're going to make a mistake with their life based on how you live your life. That's such an unfair pressure to put on yourself. It's a burden that you have that wasn't even yours to carry. You're not responsible for anyone's life. Everybody's responsible for their own lives. Everybody's responsible for their own decisions. Everybody is responsible for their own opinions. You can't control what your younger siblings do or people that are watching you do. And unfortunately, in a Nigerian household, it's just not that way. You know, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of burdens that are put on you. But whoever is watching this, whoever is listening to this, it's not your role to manage how your younger ones are. You can only do your best by living your life. You can only offer guidance. You can only offer support. And whatever they decide to choose to do with their life, that is their decision. You're not in charge of that decision, you know? I posted on my TikTok recently how I feel about people borrowing money, and that video blew up. But you know what? I said what I said. There should never be a reason that you have a friend that is financially okay to your knowledge. As in, you have asked them, they're fine. You've spoken to the mum, the dad, the brother. They have a job. You know where they work. You visited them at their workplace. They go out with you frequently and they're asking you for £5 every week, every 3 days. Especially at a certain age. I mean, asking in your 30s, late 20s, even mid 20s is like, unless it's a sibling, why are you always asking me for money? When I talk about black tax, yeah, people feel like sometimes it's it is solely down to relatives, obviously. But I feel like there is a black tax amongst friends that isn't really spoken about. And also, there's like a shame. Like, for years, my friends they never knew how much I made. Even now, certain friends, that they don't know how much I make. It's like a taboo subject. It's a taboo subject because there becomes expectations. When certain people around you know how much you make, there becomes an expectation. And it is so strange. It's so weird. It's so goofy. I don't even know where that came from. So I keep extra mute now. Honestly, like, what's on my LinkedIn is not real. Like, no new role on there. No one's ever gonna find out because there are so many weirdos. I remember one time I told this girl, she knew where I worked, and she got into an argument with like mutual friends, and then I got into an argument with her, and she ended up messaging my manager through LinkedIn, messaging my colleagues. This was many moons ago, but that's how scary people are. Like, message my colleagues, message my manager, and was basically saying to them, oh, I don't think she needs to be working there, and blah blah blah. And I just thought, you're so weird. Or sometimes there's backhanded comments, you know, if I didn't want to buy something, especially because when I was saving up to get my first my first home, I didn't want to buy certain things. And then it's like, oh, but you can afford that. Like, your salary is really good. I know you can get that. Like, your salary is really good. Like, you don't need to act like you don't have a good salary. Why are you in my pockets? And when I say things like this, people will think, oh, you know, they're not really your friends. They're not really your friends. You don't know that. You don't know that until something like this happens. Many people think that Judas, he was out here with the bright orange hair, like standing there with a sign saying, I'm the betrayer. Absolutely not. He killed himself when Jesus died. How many enemies would have done that? Enemies don't, like, their goal is to literally set you up and have you killed. I don't know any enemy that has committed suicide when their mission has been successful. So honestly, I'm just weary. I'm weary of friends. I'm weary of family when it comes to money. And it's so sad because there's so much that I want to learn about money. Even though I think I know a little bit now, that has helped me, and I try to talk about it as much as possible. But there is so much more that I should know, that I would love to talk to people around me about, and I can't, because there's a taboo when it comes to talking about money, especially amongst the Black community. We're not open, we're not free, we're very judgmental when it comes to funds. And all of our money sometimes is very own things that we can see with our hands, things that we can wear, things that we can drive. And those things are good. I love the finer things in life. And this isn't a judgment at all. I love the finer things in life. Like, sign me up. But also, babe, like, I want to know how to make more money. And I can't talk to many people about that. Thankfully, I have a few great friends now. We love to talk about certain things, but I can't be talking to everybody about everything, because some people just be word. Some people be word. Tell me what you think. Also, I had a lady tell me that she sends my videos to her sister because she wants her sisters to make the right decision when it comes to relationships. And I feel so happy. Do you know why? Because I was not making the right decisions when it came to relationships when I was in my young 20s. I made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of things. I made a lot of mistakes. You know, I made a lot of mistakes. But I'm happy because the mistakes brought me here. I think the mindset that you have in life will determine the type of life you have. Dr. Darius Daniels always says the type of God that you have in your mind is exactly the type of level of blessing and life that you will have. Like, you will only stay at the level of life based on the level of God that you have. So if you think that God maybe just answers minimal prayers, you know, minimal things, and that's the life that you're going to have. If you think that God answers big things, then that is the life that you're going to have. You're going to have a big, abundant life. And I have always tried to have that mindset. It has been very difficult at times. And I think for most of my uni years, I was very depressed, I could say. Maybe especially in the last year, because I repeated a year and all my friends had graduated. And I was just so sad and so down. And I really felt like I was down bad. I felt like there was no coming back. But I just bought my first property. I managed to clear all of my debt in a year. And I just feel good. I have amazing people around me. Even dating, being in a relationship, like all that stuff, like, it's fun. I love that. I love who I'm becoming. I love the confidence. And it really has taken a lot of time to get here. But there is so much help available. And I hope this video is one of the ones that will help you get on your way and really help to change your mindset. There's so much more to life, especially now if you are in a dark position, if you're just down in the dumps, if you don't really know where you're going, there is so much more to life. Like, you were created for a specific need. I always say that, and I truly mean it. You were created for a specific need. You were created for a specific need. And if anything happens to you, the world is going to miss something. So there is hope. Trust me, if you have been made redundant recently, if you're going through a heartbreak, because there's been times where I've gone through a heartbreak and I didn't think I would survive, God truly is a healer. There are things that you can do. I would say no contact is the best thing that I can advise. Like, no contact at all. Like, delete pictures. I don't have nothing. I don't have no memories at all of anyone that I dated. because I don't want to see something that will trigger me, especially if I am trying to heal from a situation. Once I've healed, fine. Like if I listen to a song that once reminded me of a person, I don't feel anything because I've now healed. But if I'm trying to heal and I'm listening to that same song 20 times a day, baby, I'm not serious. I'm not serious. But anyway, I've waffled enough. So I shall see you guys on the next video. And I'm hoping that I can have a more constructive, actually no, do you know what, I'll just talk as the thoughts come. Someone might need to hear something in something that I'm rambling about. Anyway, see you guys, bye.